First of all, a very good morning to all our distinguished panelists and guests, and Dr. Khan, Dr. Ernest Khan, President of ICPAS. And as Dr. Khan said, you know, we've ushered in the new year, but we're still in the New Year celebration. So I do want to wish everybody a very happy Lunar New Year, and for all our business, since we're in the business community, for all our businesses to succeed, but most importantly, also to wish all of you good health as well. I am actually very pleased that we're actually hosting this session again this year, because it provides us both pre-budget as well as post-budget a channel to hear from industry leaders like yourself, to be able to then input to the budget. And just to rest assured, your inputs here will not just be channeled by myself, but the whole GPC, and that's the 10 of our members, as well as we do provide the summary, not the specific persons and inputs, but we do provide the summary to the relevant agencies as well, not just for this particular dialogue, but or this panel, but we've been doing several already. And as we collect the feedback, and we've collected very good insights from the industry, we are feeding it to the relevant agencies, especially MOF and also MTI. But and with the hope of, although budget's more or less sewn up, we hope to be able to at least influence some of the finer points and the refinement of that. So just to share with you, Dr. Khan talked about the 3 themes of the Budget 2010, which is really about productivity, and that's a big term depending on how you want to look at it. The second piece is really about globally competitive companies, and the third piece is about inclusive growth. And if you look at those 3 themes, and then we look at 2010, I do hope that the Budget 2011 stays on that track in terms of addressing and further building on those themes to be able to ensure the 2 key thrusts of the Economic Strategies Committee recommendations that was put in place last year, which is really about sustainable growth. Sustainable growth for our businesses as well as the economy overall, and then more importantly, the other piece, which will sustain growth as well, is the inclusivity of that growth. So those are the 2 key areas we hope that will continue to be the thrust of Budget 2011. And from what we're hearing, I believe that it would be around those veins. So specifically from you as the industry leaders, and from today's session, I do hope to be able to hear from you the impact and the effectiveness of 2010's policies and initiatives so far that have been going on around those 3 themes, as well as your specific inputs as to how to make them better. Or if it doesn't work, then what do we do about it? And I hope that with your thought leadership and your insights, because of the businesses you run and the breadth of experience that we have in this room, we'll be able to get to that level of detail. Because one of the things that we hope that as the government plays a very key role in facilitating and enabling businesses and investments to continue to sustain growth and talent here, we want to be able to then see how does the business, because of your insights, sustain that and lead that growth. And so I do hope that you will be able to give us some insights on that, because at budget debate and as well as at the Committee of Supplies, we hope to be able to provide actually specific recommendations to the government to be able to fine-tune some of these initiatives. We have already some feedback from other channels that we've been speaking to, but we'd love to hear from you. Of course, we've also had a lot of wish lists from the business community. I have non-stop been receiving, including from Ernest and his, I believe ICPAS has also provided us a wish list, but we've been receiving a wish list, so we do know some of those, and we'll be putting those forward as well. But broadly, just to give you a sense of what are some of the asks and the wish list, again, it centers around what we discussed: competitiveness for companies, how to stay competitive, both MNCs as well as SMEs, and the ability to stay competitive so as to seize the opportunities that exist both locally as well as in the region, and for our companies to be able to use Singapore as a base for that. So there's been a lot of discussion around that. The second piece, which we all, I think, are feeling in the businesses, is the